Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. It is Friday. We made it to another weekend, and I'm excited. Got a cool video we're going to talk about, and I'm really excited because what we're going to be talking about today is the price of silver, where I see it going, where we said we think it's going to go, and the reversal that I think is coming, which is against what a lot of other people are saying out there. So with that being said, we're going to jump right in. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Where do you think silver is going from here? And I mean that. Leave me your thoughts. If you think we're going higher, and I mean higher in like the next month. I don't mean higher. Everybody knows silver is going to go. It would be surprising to find too many people that will say, oh, in a year from now, silver is going to be cheaper. That would surprise me. But I'm talking, where is silver going within the next few weeks, within next month? That's what I'm really curious about. Because although I understand silver is not a short-term thing, when I buy an ounce of silver, I'm looking usually to buy the dip and catch the dip and then hang on to it. Does it matter? You know, it could. It could. If you're buying the dips and not the jumps, you can actually do a little better. But most people, including myself, will also tell you it's extremely difficult to time it. And even if you think you got it figured out, it's tough. So, where is silver now? Well, all month we've been saying, my personal thoughts, that we will see silver slowly come down up until the end of the month. And here we are now at the end of the month. A couple days. I don't think there's going to be any time Sunday night to bring it down. I think a lot of contracts will probably have to close out. If they haven't already closed out, they'll have to close out today, Friday. So with that being said, here we are. So with now, I said a little too many times. I know someone's going to correct me on that. Take a shot. Okay, so where are we at? Now, we've seen it come down to $28.70. I was hoping we'd see $28.50. I still have not bought yet. However, it is midnight right now. Silver's only 50 cents off of what I was trying to target, that $28.50. Where are we going? I still think $28.50 could be the low, but it's possible $28.70 was the low, and that was it. We just saw it, and now it's starting to tick back up. I'm still waiting, though, which means, personally, I'm convinced we're still going to see the $28.50. However, if we don't see it today, I really don't even think we'll see it Sunday night, but it's a possibility, but I don't think so. I think all contracts are going to clear out today, the ones that have not. However, there's been a huge short position that's been added. We've seen silver get beat down really another dollar. We were at 30, 29.95. Now we're down to 28.95, 29. However, is there a little bit more steam to push it down a little bit more? I would love to see it go down a little bit more. I know some people out there are going to say, be careful what you wish for. You don't want to see it come down. Yes, I do. Why? Because I want to put in one more good order. And if we see $28.50, there's a possibility that you can shop around and find a couple places with premiums that are a little lower and maybe pick up some stuff under 30. Under 30 is getting extremely difficult. However, I'm hoping. You never know how the day could play out. Now, the reversal. Where is silver going to go in the next month? After the 4th of July weekend. So we come back on the weekend to Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I think Thursday is the 4th. I could be mistaken. It might be Wednesday. But I think it's Thursday is the 4th of July. Most people probably not going to work on the 4th, the 5th. Definitely not going to work on the weekend. And then come after that, I think we will start seeing silver climb. It's a bold statement. Most YouTubers are probably not going to put a projection out there like that and say, you know, some will disagree. They think it's going to stay quiet all summer long. I think there's a fair amount of demand still for silver, but I think they want it cheaper. If we can push the price down, the banks, the short positions, that way they can cover, I think you will see buying step in. Who will it be buying? I mean, some people are going to make the argument it's not going to be everyday people like us. It's going to be China. It's going to be whoever. I don't know what's going to happen exactly, and I'll tell you this, no YouTuber out there knows 100% what's going to happen. But my thoughts are, we've seen the pullback. The pullback, I'm thinking, is pretty much over. I'm just hoping today we can see it go a little lower, because technically it could happen anytime between now and the end of the month. And we started saying that at the beginning of the month. However, with the new month starting, a new going into the third financial quarter, and from there, anything can happen. Now, long term, I see silver and gold going a lot higher. Will it matter who the president is? Personally, I hate to say this, I don't think it will matter. I just finished watching debates a couple hours ago, and I'll be honest, it was interesting. I don't want to get too political in this video. It was definitely interesting, though. With that being said, could we see a plunge in silver that a lot of people are still saying is going to happen? A $20 plunge. I don't see it happening. However, with that being said, if the stock market was to totally collapse and just stuff got really difficult, yeah, it's possible we could see a lot of selling in silver and gold, which would drive the price down. My thoughts have been and always will be, if the price goes too low, people ain't going to sell. Like when we saw it go down to $11, people weren't selling. Even your big bullion dealers were shutting down. People on eBay were closing out their deals. They weren't making it. They were just taking them off, saying, nope, I decided not selling it. If it wasn't already bidded on, there's nothing that anybody can do. You know, I mean, now if someone already started bidding, I don't know if that gets into complications at that point. But a lot of people won't bid. They see a $11 silver, they're certainly not going to want to pay 20 or 30 or whatever. And I'll be honest, if the silver price did fall to $12 and I still had to pay 25, 26, I probably wouldn't be buying. I know some people out there would be like, are you kidding me? That's way under what you wanted to buy for. You're right, it is, but if the price came down that much, I would be a little nervous buying. Not because long term, but because I would want to make sure that I had money if they had some miracle up their sleeve that would basically scare people into selling their silver. I don't ever want to not be able to buy if I see some crazy dip. But on the flip side of that, I don't want to end up not having enough. I know some people are like, dude, you probably have enough. But I want to make sure that I have a certain amount, but I also want to be prepared that I can buy the dip if need be. And I mean, there's always ways to figure that out. I just might have to, I don't know, figure some stuff out to get some extra money to buy. But if the price went low enough and an opportunity came up, I know some people will say you couldn't buy it at $11. I actually knew one guy that picked up a 100-ounce bar at $11 an ounce. Yeah, that's right, $11 an ounce for a 100-ounce bar. The spot price at the time was $12. The guy came in, really needed money, desperate, and said, hey, can I get spot for it? And the guy buying it told him, hey, the way silver has been falling from $19 all the way down to $12, I can't risk buying it at $12. And if you want, I can give you $1,100 for it. And the guy accepted it. Now, off the record, when I talked to that guy, I said, hey, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the 12 for it. I'll give you spot price for it. He goes, nah, I'm going to hang on to it. I said, why? It could keep going down. He goes, that ain't going to work with me, bro. And I got a kick out of that. It was a good lesson. It was fun to watch him say that after he had just said that to somebody else. I mean, he's right. It could have kept coming down, but it was just paper price. The true price of what people would be willing to pay, I would have bought that for 12. I would have bought it for 13. I would have really bought it for even 15. So when you think about that, that's, $3 an ounce over spot. But spot price was so manipulated low at $12, it didn't make sense to me. And I understand why the price does get beat down. Paper contracts is what controls the price. It's nice to think that us buying controls the price, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, the stacking community probably don't quite buy as much. Well, there's no way we could buy as much except for the paper contracts. They control a lot of that. With that being said, we could see a paper pullback. Now, I know some people out there, I've talked to other YouTubers, and I've actually had one YouTuber tell me there's no real such thing as spot price versus paper versus physical price. Physical price, paper price, that's all BS. There's one price of silver, and that's it. But the truth of the matter, in my opinion, if I can't get silver for whatever the spot price is, I mean, physical price is a price, in my opinion. I know some people that are watching this video may disagree with this as I'm saying it, but I believe the difference in the price is basically the difference of what people are willing to accept for it. So that's pretty much it for today. It's kind of a short video, but I wanted to put that out there. I'm hoping to do a video this weekend or Monday about silver in essentially if things get worse. I actually had someone send me an email today overseas in Europe, I think it was, talking to me about, you know, he's debating buying some gold sovereigns, or he's debating buying some other coin that was like, they don't have constitutional, I guess, over there. They have something else. I think it was like 80% or 85% silver. And I wanted to kind of look into that a little bit, but my personal opinion, silver's where it's at. Silver's where the money's going to be. Silver has a lot of advantages. I know some people out there that watch these big gold channels are going to say gold is better, gold is better. You know, every so often the silver price takes off drastically and it paints a relatively new high. And I know some people out there would say, well, the rest of the time silver ain't doing nothing. It's gold that's going up. And that's true. But the thing I'm looking at is, how long has it been since we've seen silver have a really big run up? Think about that for a minute. A really big run up. Please don't say we're in a big run up already. I would not say a price jump from $22 to $30 is a big run up. No. I think there is a big run up that will eventually come. If it don't come this year, it comes next year. It's okay. But look at the big run-ups that have happened in the past. When silver went from $5 all the way up to $50. That's a 10x move. I'm going to be prepared when that next 10x move comes. And some people can make the argument, how long are you going to wait? Or eventually everything will have its day. And that's true. I'm not going to lie. If you had bought in any crypto and held it up until a month and a half ago, you probably did phenomenally well. But right now, a lot of the cryptos are starting to come down again. Look at Bitcoin down to 60,000. If you had been buying the dip constantly, every week you would have made money. With silver, I'm buying the dip. I'm buying constantly. If the price goes to 31, 32, 33, 35, I'm going to keep buying. Right now, I've slowed down a little bit because we're close to that 30, and I'm hoping to pick up some more stuff under 30. Why? Because I still see deals now under 30. So that's what I'm trying to pick up. When those deals dry up, my cash flow goes up a little bit, more money in my savings account, more money set aside, then that's when I'm going to probably get a little antsy and be willing to pay whatever. However, right now, I mean, I've been picking up deals. I actually just picked up, I'm going to pause the camera a quick second and show you this. So I don't know if I like it yet, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to zoom in a little. Beautiful coin. $100, Cayman Islands. Some of y'all probably have seen this coin. 1975. The coin itself is not too badly scratched. However, the case is an older case. I had to jerry-rig a case to get it in something. And the deal, I was going to try to pop it open so you guys could see it a little better. The problem that I have, though, with this coin is it's 50% gold. It looks so big, but it's only half gold. I don't like that extra metal in there. It makes it to where the Sigma cannot test it. I looked at it closely, did a magnet test, and then I ended up scratching the surface on a stone, and then I ended up acid testing the stone, kind of like you saw what I did with the Morgans previously. When we acid tested some jewelry, we acid tested a couple of Morgans just to see what would happen. Now, does that guarantee authenticity? I think the acid test is a pretty good test, but I'd rather have pure gold. However, I could not turn this coin down because my cost was just under $900, 875, I think. So right around that ballpark. The melt value on the coin is $850. So the fact that I got it so cheap, why did I get it cheap? Because the case that it was in was kind of tarnishing. It was in a yellow, dingy plastic, and I think because the air was able to get in, it kind of started. And I actually, as you can see on the side, this black case that I put it in with the black rim, I didn't like that it was sliding around in there. And then I had to cut what it was in with scissors, so it's not a perfect fit, and go around it, cutting it, and then putting it in that case. I'm hoping this case that I have right here, which what I'm hoping is it will fit in there more perfect, and it might actually. If I can get this open right now, I may actually swap it out. We're at 16 minutes, so that way you can get a better look at it.